Oh, well, my name's Fox. So again, I'm Fox. What we're gonna do is we're gonna watch the trailer for season 2 because I don't watch the trailers. As soon as I hear the stuff is coming out, I kind of just stay away from it. And then after that, I'll probably full blow this up, or maybe I'll use that for more scenes than this. But we're gonna talk about this season, and I'm probably gonna do like another Arcane video because I'm rewatching from the season 1 again. Which is funny because I'm like, oh my god, all the shit I missed. And so I forgot. And then it's going to be awesome to rewatch all of it. Especially because there is a scene that is kind of talked about with this ending. But, let's get into this. Because I legit think this is probably one of my favorite shows as well. And also, I started playing League. I've only did like the beginning parts where you fight against bots. And it's enjoyable right there, especially because I got the new Vi skin. And, it's really cool when you teleport back to your base. You fight Vander for a minute. It's really sick. Anyways, let's get into this. Really? Oh, they keep hiding Jinx. Yeah. This November, every ending is a new beginning. Okay, Miles. Arcane, League of Legends. All right, so let's first go through this. Let's first go through this, and let's first go through the episodes real quick, and I'm gonna hopefully bring up my screen here. Let's go through the episodes real quick because there's the 3 episodes. Hold on. There's Pretend Like It's the First Time, which this is Echo after the explosion thing that happened that messed with Jace, and that sent Jace, I think Heimdinger, and Echo apparently through the multiverse, where he gets sent to a timeline where, spoilers, spoilers for all this, he gets sent to a timeline where everything seems great. Everyone's alive. Almost everyone that he loves is alive. Jinx is like his girlfriend. These 2 guys are alive still. Yuri Lethal. This girl isn't dying. Is her hair blue or dying in war? Vander's alive. Silco's freaking. They're okay and everything. Like, this is legitimately the best timeline. And it's because Hextech isn't a thing. And Vi dies. Like, when the explosion happened that Jinx dropped the crystal or whatever, it kills Vi. And I guess, apparently, if Vi dies, Piltover and Zahn, I guess, make amends? And, like, I don't know, it's really weird. Like, I'm not saying it's bad. And if anything, it shows, like, how insane kind of the multiverse can be. Also, Heimdinger's been there for like 1,200 years or something like that. Like, he relived, like, his entire life, apparently, down there. I don't know if he was still, like, part of the council. Maybe that's also another reason why there's peace. Maybe Heimdallr's the whole reason. I mean, he could be a reason why there is peace here. Also, it couldn't be just Vi, but maybe not, because it seems like everything is the same up to the explosion at the house, Jace's apartment. We also don't know what happened to Jace. But pretty much Echo... The first episode is dedicated strictly to Echo and, like, Jinx. And pretty much showing him, like, this world that's balanced between Piltover and Zaun, where they're actually living in harmony, where people are happy together. And that's also... Oh, again, it's not all Echo, I should say that. Because the juxtaposition of that, where Echo's kind of going through a... You know, not only is he eventually, like, him, Heimdallr, and eventually brings in Jinx to find the pieces of crystal, which is actually really interesting. That, like, they pretty much say, like, without Hex Tech, they can't make another anomaly, so for them to traverse the multiverse again to get back home. It's impossible. But Echo goes back to the apartment, which is still boarded up from years ago, and he finds small crystal pieces and pulls them out, and basically him and Heimdallr, and eventually pulls in Jinx to build everything. But while all that's going on, Jace gets sent to the apocalypse. And, like, not only... And, like, his Hex Tech isn't working either. Like... Let me see. Which, another thing I actually really like about this, because, again, this is a smart way of doing it. Like, the whole thing that they've shown with Hex Tech is that and I guess it's already... That they, like, relieve gravity. So that's, like it has, like, a zero gravity-esque aura, I guess, around it. So that's why Jace has a big-ass hammer, can swing it around like a regular person, or why Vi has the two big-ass gauntlets and can fly around everything while breaking himself. Like, I love when you can use magic and, like, foretell stuff like that. Like, another show that kind of did something similar to that, that's smart. Like, it gives a reason why these characters can have these big-ass weapons, and it not, like, be, like, ridiculous, like, you know, the standard thing, like Cloud just having a big-ass sword. Which, mind you, I thought it was just that he's just that strong. But then also, at one point, this other dude just kind of had it in him. I'm like, I don't think you should be able to hold that. Unless, like, the sword itself... Like, there's cool lore implications you can give things like this. Another thing that did the whole gravity thing well, and, like, you know, to make this fantastical thing make some sense, My Hero, with Deku swinging around using Black Whip. Because using Black Whip on its own would probably break his arms, but Black Whip mixed with the Quark Float allows him to swing through the air and all that stuff without, you know, worrying about that pesky momentum ripping out his arms. But yeah, he gets sent to another future, sees the guy in the cloak, which, spoilers, major spoilers, we do find out later, yeah, that's Victor. That's Victor there. I'm like, oh shit! But he goes and he finds just a entire world destroyed by the anomaly, which I'd imagine this is either the future this is the future if they don't succeed. I'm guessing. Also, this entire episode is great, and there's some I think it's unintentionally funny, or maybe it is intentionally funny, because there's some bits, because this whole thing is Echo not only having to come to Jesse Vi's whole little thing, he says the wrong thing, he asks, like, did you do it? Because he still thinks Jinx is Jinx, instead of just being Powder.
That's not funny, Echo. It was a mistake to come here.
What's that supposed to mean? Just because you're having a bad day, don't take it out on me.
Was it you?
You gave us the tip.
But, yeah, and pretty much he's trying to figure out how to fix everything again, like Zaun, like the bridge that where Jinx was he left Jinx for dead. It's now like, you know, a little marketing. Okay, here's is it this part? One of these parts made me laugh, because it's just like, the immediate juxtaposition of, oh man, look at this nice, beautiful world. Oh, nice. Look how nice it is. Then this dude just going through just hell. Just hell itself. Yeah, see, Echo goes, he finds the pieces. Heimdinger's also saying, like, he should probably, why don't they just live there? Echo goes back home, finds the tree. Jace. God, this part was a straight horror movie bit, where Jace does eventually go through, like, the town, and, like, you see all these bodies, like, a magical nuke went off, like, when you see, like, the ash marks on the walls and stuff of, like, from a nuke, but it's left, like, actual bodies. But then you see things start moving. And it's cool, because you see that sucker in the background. If you look, I'm not sure how well you can see it on here, and I'm sorry, I can't make it clear, because if I do, I get copyright hit like a motherfucker. But let's see. There. You see it right there, and then it's right behind him. I love that shit. But, the thing is, like, and the thing is, these, like, they're like zombie dolls. Like, the people we find out later that, spoilers again for all this, Victor pretty much creates the Great Evolution, and he changes them into these. See, I wouldn't say they're robots, they're dolls. They're like living dolls that have no will of their own, it seems like. Yeah, oh yeah, this is great. Bam! Right on the leg! And he gets stuck down there for, like, I assume, like, months, because then he, like, breaks apart the hammer to eventually make a brace for his leg, which, you know, it's supposed to be mirroring Victor with his brace. And then, yeah, Echo here is talking about Heimdinger trying to figure out how to use these crystals to get home. This guy's just eating, like, corrupted rats. You see, like, he's also infected with it. He's just slowly going down there, getting mad, slowly going mad. The dolls are just, like, up there waiting and watching, which I guess now makes a lot more sense. I'm like, why are they just waiting and watching? You can't really see them. But why are they just waiting and watching? And it's because, spoilers again, we later find out that the man who helped Jace when he was young and now and all these other times is Victor. Victor from different timelines, it seems, but it is Victor. And he seems to be also, like, I think doing it differently each time, like giving, like, different runes, I think. For, like, those crystals. But eventually he climbs out. Echo shows Jinx the new mural, or Powder to the new mural that he drew of Vi to say sorry and show, you know, how Vi would have grown up. Again, just the juxtaposition of, you know, these guys having a nice, sweet, tender moment. Because the whole thing is that Echo wants to bring Jinx in, or Powder, to help build the gateway to get home. And then again, this guy just having the worst day of his goddamn life as he's slowly trying to make his way to the center tower. These three spend the time building this machine, spending time together, eventually creating the anomaly, a very small one. And because, again, I don't know much about these characters. Like, again, I just come into it. I only just recently found out that Echo's whole thing, I guess, is kind of like Tracer, or Tracer is more like Echo, where you have the ability to rewind time. So I'm guessing, and like he has a 4-second rewind time. If not, Heimdinger explodes. Now he creates a time loop, and it's actually funny when Let's see. Is he... I think it's right here. Jesus. And I like this too, because I don't know if you can see it, but watch the show. But like you see that he still has some of Heimdinger's face, like bits on him and blood. So like it shows, immediately storytelling wise, it shows anything he holds obviously stays with him. So actually I wonder if that means if he grabs someone and rewinds time with them, if he could, in a sense, duplicate them. But yeah, that show Silk goes alive and happy. These guys are having fun. These two have a dance off. Jinx dresses up as Powder dresses up as Spider Gwen. And I don't know. When I saw it, I'm like, this is Miles and Gwen. This is Miles and Gwen. Punk rock girl. This smart freaking multiverse traveling black dude. They spend time together. They have a nice dance. Echo has his first kiss with her. Jace, again, juxtaposition. These two having the time of their life. Just having the time of their life, loving each other. Juxtaposition, this dude just going through goddamn hell. Again, I don't know if it was intentionally supposed to be funny, and it's not a bad thing to it, but it made me laugh. I'm like, Echo, you're just having the sweetest time of your life with the love of your life. Back to Jace just going through hell. Trying to get to his love, honestly. But he tries to get there, and he turns out he finds his alternate self. Which, also, can I just say right now, that man is sexy. Like, holy shit! I don't know. The rugged look looks good on him. But he finds himself, his other self, which is actually cool, because I thought, because when you see that he takes apart his Hextech armor, or hammer, to add to his leg, to make a leg brace, I was like, wait, then how the hell does it get corrupted? It's not his original hammer. It's a hammer from this alternate timeline. Also, this necklace that is now being sold for like $50. I want to get it, kind of. But there's Jace there. Victor pops up, and pretty much Jace asks, like, and we find out later, but like, Sok's all like, oh, you lost, he tells him, like, why did you give this to me? Why did you give me this thing? And all this stuff. And he said, and I do like it at the end. I'll just say it now. I do like what Victor says, because I think that this is probably the best version of this type of storytelling or way of interpreting it. Because there's some things, like, people say, like, oh, an immortal life means nothing because, you'll live forever, you'll see time repeat itself. Like, there's always, like, those lessons like that, like, what if you were immortal, all this other stuff. There's always that stuff like that. And, like, I kind of disagree. It's like, no, if you're immortal, assuming you could probably be the one who literally is able to change the world the most, I would think. Mind you, I'm not saying live long enough to where, the world ends and you're, suffocating out in space. No, I always thought that back when Dragon Ball Z, where Vegeta wanted to live forever and make a wish on the Dragon Balls. And I'm like, at some point, the planet's going to blow up and you're just going to be out there, like, dying. I thought this when I was, like, 5. But this one actually makes more sense. Because it's not so much immortality in this one, but it's because the whole thing, Victor says, oh, the great evolution. I'm going to take away everyone's free will and all this stuff. And we're going to live in eternal peace. And then Victor says, like, yeah, with eternal peace, there's nothing. It's stagnant. We're all not moving and done. It's all over. You need to stop this. Like, I made a mistake. This is a bad. And it makes sense. Yeah, if you want everything to be perfect and correct and right, that's not like that. That'll be a boring world. That'll be a world where nothing ever happens. If you take away everyone's free will and all this stuff, there has to be free will and all this stuff to make an interesting or make a life. So yeah, like I like that lesson a lot. But Echo also gets this thing, and also another thing I love about this time bomb thing that allows him to rewind time. I don't know the name of it. I am sorry. It allows him to rewind time is that Jinx added her own little dancing monkey that spin around it too, which I think also helps a lot when later when he has to talk down Jinx and Jinx sees like those monkeys and they're like she's probably like, did I like that's my work like. But yeah, he gets, but from Victor, he gets told to go back and protect everything, which is really funny because there was a bunch of people going, oh my god, I hate Jason. I'm like, calm down. I know, I like something else is going on here for this. And there was. And there was something else going on with, between Victor and Jace. Although I think maybe that where you saw like Jace, like two Furs and Jace like fighting against each other and all that stuff. I think that might have been actually, now that I think about it, the Jace of this timeline. Because you see Victor touch him and then he wakes up. So I'm guessing maybe that's why like he was like fighting that because he didn't want to kill Victor, which in the end he doesn't. This man is the. There's a scene in this. All right, I'll go into it. But anyways, Heimdinger says like we're gonna go back home, but then Heimdinger jumps out. And he says nope, sorry Echo, I can't. I'm sending you back. Pretty much sacrificing himself. Sets the machine up. Powder eventually comes in, finds her Echo there, and then sees this other version of Echo looking down. Sad. And I love that juxtaposition, too, of this. Like, I always love, because it's just the thing, too, like, I can't remember the big guy that Echo, that died also, that, it was, like, pretty much like a father to Echo. He's able to talk to him again, which, if you know me, I call that talking with ghosts. It usually is a multiverse thing, where, a character, you can barely see him, but where a character goes to another timeline. And by going to that timeline, they are able to talk with someone who has died. The Flash did it once with, like, he was talking to his mom in another timeline in the show. This one he's talking to that, but also not only that, like, this is an entire multiverse, like, talking to ghosts, like, a version. This is, because we've all seen, I think a lot of us have seen at least I'm not sure how many cartoons do it now, if you're newer, I guess. But the trope of, like, the character saying, like, I wish I was never born, and they show, like, how the world would be if they were never born, how it's really bad and stuff like that. It's that one, but if it was Vi who, like, wasn't there or died or whatever, but then followed up by someone else of the timeline showing, like, no, if Vi dies, like, a lot of it kind of solves itself, which is such a weird thing. But also, here's the thing, too. It's the multiverse. Because that's the thing I think a lot of people kind of miss with a multiverse story sometimes, is that anything can happen. Like, the multiverse is infinite. So, and, like, that's why even when, like, somebody's like, oh, this is the multiverse, like, when Marvel goes like, oh, no, the multiverse is only the sacred timeline or all this bullshit. It's like, no, I don't see that. I'm like, I don't believe you. The multiverse is infinite. Maybe that's one section of the multiverse. But the multiverse itself is infinite. There's infinite possibilities. And by that literal standing, there could be a timeline where Vi dies and there's a good timeline. There could be a time where Vi dies and it's still a shitty timeline. It's not really a one-to-one. I don't know if they're kind of going for that, but I don't think it's a one-to-one that Vi is the only reason why shit went bad. I don't know. But Echo gets sent back home, and Jace, we know he's smacked. And also we find out that this girl still has the hex cores as well as this, so maybe we'll see something with that. But that's the end of this one, and she puts down the necklace, which I think Echo must have given to her as a gift. I can't remember, honestly. I might have to look into that. I might have to rewatch that part. But Killing is a Cycle is the next episode, where we find out Victor is still alive. Singe kind of saves him with this dude's blood, with Vander's blood. And Bessa also says, use all this to help our people. And there's also the Black Rose lady tells her, like, you know, that Mel, I finally figured out her name. Mel is a mage. You know, gives her this necklace, says you're part of a family now. This girl straight goes Super Saiyan at one point, which is really freaking cool. Actually, let me see. Because I think we see her go. Which also, like, is that gold part of her? Because I remember seeing it, I'm like, that's a fashion statement. And I'm like, it looks like now it's like a part of her. Girl goes Super Saiyan and gets like golden pieces on her. It's so cool. Also, I love Kate, I love Vi, but God, I love this girl also. Like, holy shit. The Gold Panther. But yeah. Brings up how the mom pretty much sacrificed a brother to protect her. Says like they don't trust the magic or mages and stuff like that. Like Victor, it seems Victor is always the guy in the hood. He is literally like magic Jesus. At one point, like I think is it the end of this episode? I think it might be, or it's the last one, the next one. But pretty much it shows. Also, I do like rewatching the intro. It shows like all the little bits. Anyways, they bury all their dead. They show this guy is still kind of there, but use the blood to give it to Victor. Victor says he needs to go to the anomaly to be reborn and to make all of his plans. This lady says, like, you know, hey, do all your shit to all of my soldiers. That way they make them stronger and make them into, you know, warriors. His assistant here tries to help him a bit, but, you know. And let me see. Also, Jace helped Vi and everyone get out of there safe. Isha is dead, it seems. This guy actually talks. And, God, this part is such a sucky because they're like, this guy Vi wakes up, like, where is everything? What happened to Jinx? And this guy goes, man, Caitlyn wanted to tell you herself when you woke up. And they make it sound like Jinx is dead. Like, they make it sound so much like Jinx is dead. And then it's just like, oh no.
I saw it in her eyes. She will burn piltover to the ground for my betrayal. You can't blame yourself. I don't need consolation. I need a plan. Arrested?
She's just arrested. But listen to this bullshit. I hope I don't get copyright hit for it, but listen to this. Listen to how much of a dick move this is. It shows how good the writing is, don't get me wrong, but how dick of a move this is. How it's played.
Kate. Jinx.
Jinx. Caitlyn wanted to be here to tell you herself.
Loris. Spit it out.
They make it seem like Jinx is dead. Those assholes. Also, this girl's an ass. But also, I do find it funny because, again, it's another idea of tricking us into, like, playing with, like, everything. Wait a minute, that probably should have been a hint that now everything is as it seems. Because that seemed like, oh, Jinx is dead. And it turns out, no, she's arrested. But then when Caitlyn sends this girl out, Maddie out, you see her stop and start listening like that. I thought, oh shit. I'm like, crap. Is she gonna be jealous because she, like, you know, Caitlyn's actual girlfriend's here now? But she goes down. Kate goes down, finds Jinx, who is sulking over the death of Isha and pretty much saying everything is her fault. Caitlyn says that she doesn't want to hold on to this anger anymore. And kind of like she's going to forgive her. And I think at this point, Jinx also does tell Kate that she didn't know her mom was there. It wouldn't have changed what she did. But, like, I think that is a good distinction of, like, there is always, the saying, like, there's nothing personal, it's only business. Like, and it's always like, that rings out so hollow, I think. But specifically this, where Kate probably did feel like, oh, it was intentional, it was meant to happen like that. Like, she meant to kill my mom. When it turns out, no, that's not the case at all. Like, she just simply, it was her own, she did it for something else other than it wasn't like hurt Kate or anything. Jace is there with his corrupt thing. This girl comes in. They talk. I mean, they talk about the match, stuff like that.
Use me and Victor.
Oh yeah, saying that she used them like an investment. And then this dude pops back up in a doll body. I do love this, the sign of his touch is literally the sign of fingers touching the face. I'm not sure if you can see it. You see his 4 fingers here, and then you see his thumbprint there. I love that because that's how obviously we see where every time he touches one of them, that's how it goes. But also it acts like the eyes.
Victor, how did you get in here?
You once benefited from my knowledge of this place.
I love their talking between each other. Anyways, they have a whole fight. This dude fires an energy blast, which corrupts the, let's see. But, okay, so pretty much there's a point where he fires it, and, he destroys a pillar, and, you see it, it gets corrupted. When I kind of like that, his hammer, though it's still Hex Tech, there is that additional corruption to it, which I think is really neat. It's like he has a miniature anomaly also within his hammer. If anything, it shows, I'd say, that's, an evolution of Hex Tech, in a sense. It would always evolve into this.
Arcane stirs within you.
Also, there's something... Oh, here it is. Or no. Probably a little bit after.
Victor, for all our sakes, stay away from the Hex Gates.
Oh, yeah, you see it in the background. He already fired it. But... Yeah, these guys are gay as hell. I say that lovingly. But yeah, these two are great too. But after that, Victor pretty much says, tells the doctor, give me the serum, give me Warwick's blood, Vander's blood. We're gonna go out with this plan. Jinx has a whole talk with Silco.
But Jinx, I think the cycle only ends when you find the will to walk away.
Pretty much saying how to cycle to end this violence and this fighting is pretty much for her to walk away, which kind of leads to the very ending of it, which I'm thinking, because okay, spoilers again. I'm assuming you watched it already if you're watching this. I think Jinx is alive, and I'm not just saying that because I want her to be alive, not just because of that, but because. Not, at the very end of all of this, there's other stuff going on. I'll bring up, a Twitter post that I found also that kind of goes a little bit more into it. Sorry, my battery looks like it's about to die. I might... Okay, this is fully charged. Nice. Yeah, okay, cool. I'll switch that out later. But, tells him to walk away, which leads to the whole thing. But anyways, Vi comes down, says, how they're gonna how they're gonna break her out and they're gonna fight together and change their opinion of her forever, change the opinion of everyone about her, and I'm like, alright, cool.
Sure, right.
She agrees, goes in, gives her sister a hug immediately. Also, it's just amazing how long her hair is, this blue hair Rapunzel. Nope, never. Punches the gut, teleports out, or runs
You
up.
don't have to worry about me anymore. You don't need to feel guilty about being happy. You deserve to be with her. Wait. There's no good version of me. What are you gonna do? Break the cycle.
I love seeing her eye glow. It looks kind of like Silco. So she straight says that she's gonna walk away, but in this sense she meant to kill herself. But anyways, these guys talk. They try to bring everyone together to talk about this whole thing, to work together. This pretty much is setting up that like Mbessa, I think that is her name, Muscle Mom's name. Mbessa is sending an army with Victor, and it could be the end of not just Piltover and Zahn, but the entire world. Some people leave, but this rocker chick, she chooses to stay. A bunch of, Zahn comes to fight. Kate comes in here, tells her, how she's predictable she was, that she literally sent her guards away so Vi could go down there and talk with Jinx. Knew this would all happen, and then, they talk about how they love each other, they start kissing, and then, Vi goes down on Kate. And she apparently really likes it. And yeah, I just assume they bang it out. She confronts her mom about everything that happens, talking about how she's still weak and all this other stuff, how, they sacrificed her brother, if she even loves her, and so like that. We see all of these guys, because these are all his followers turned into very feminine bots. Dolls, and then pretty much shows how Victor gives up who he is. Even his assistant disappears, leaving him there. And he even says, "I'm gonna miss our talks," and she goes, "No, you're not." Shows Vander getting burned out of Warwick's head. These guys turning into dolls, and eventually Victor fully transforming into Robo Magic Jesus. Which, I ain't gonna lie, I don't like his design in League. His original design kind of sucks ass. I'm sorry if anyone is fans of that. That looks really cool and menacing. But here, that design ain't the greatest. It looks messy. There's just a random third arm there. I don't know. It doesn't look all that great. Actually, what are the other skins that he has? Maybe some other ones look better. It just looks robotic. I guess that's kind of the point, but I don't know, it just looks standard bog, robotic kind of thing. It doesn't, okay, that looks like, that either looks like Skeletor, which it really does, or Reaper. That one's okay. That one's pretty damn fucking cool. Okay, that one's pretty badass. High Noon Victor. But yeah, the Victor's standard look, I ain't gonna lie, that kind of looks like, it doesn't look great, and the model definitely doesn't look great. Full Machine Victor? Is he not considered a full machine here? Is he considered a cyborg here? But yeah, this design does not look the greatest. When we do see Victor again, he actually looks pretty sick. Anyways, then there's episode 9, The Dirt Under Your Nails, where this entire episode is pretty much the war of it all. Also, the beginning of... wait. Jinx with her hair all out. Did she do that on purpose? Did she just lay down like that? How did that happen? Yeah, it's showing she cut her hair. Also, you see her, in her cell, playing with, the arcane orb. and the hex core, and like even like popping in her mouth and all like that. But you see her, she's burning everything down. She burns down the last drop. She burns down Silco's office. And she's about to blow herself up when Echo keeps coming up and keeps rewinding time, which, by God, is he going to need some psychological help. And I'm going to assume it was meant to happen here, too. I don't know if you can see it again, but I definitely say go watch the show. On her left eye, it looks like it's IV. You know, like the inverse of Vi, which we also see when she draws her name Jinx on her face. When she finds Vi, she draws it and then it's backwards. So I'm not sure if that's supposed to be like she's literally mirroring her sister in a sense, how Vi's still on her mind, I guess, kind of. I don't know. But I think that's kind of cool. I think that was intentional to have it like, you know, look like Vi under her eye, but, you know, backwards.
Wait. I just want to talk. Get out of here. Go. I
just keeps blowing herself up.
I just want to talk to you about Jinx.
I love how she just keeps doing it. And you also see that he's getting hurt more and more every time. Like, he is legit, like, it's not just rewinding time. He is getting hurt doing this. But pretty much keeps talking and eventually talks her down from killing herself. And eventually a lot of this is a big-ass war. Vi's joining in. She has badass armor, which kind of looks like Owl Guard armor from Owltown, which I'm like, hell yes! It's like the breastplate with like that thing. I'm sure there's other stuff that has that, but I don't know. I really like the design. Like, it's like, oh cool, Vi has something like that. This is giving me a lot of ideas for Owltown's for the Owl Guard also. Yeah, but Vi. And we find out that's blue-haired punk rock chick. She dies. This guy's just firing literally like on a cattle, using hex gears to fire like those big cargo crates at people. It's kind of funny. Yeah, this girl. But you know, in an alternate timeline, she's a rocker and still alive. This dude dies. But yeah, explosions happen. Mbessa is just kicking the shit out of people with her army. They pull out a giant at one point that's supposedly bringing around Victor. Also, I do love this too. Kate straight tries to end this woman with a sniper round to the head. So I guess her other one used the hex core, her other rifle used the hex core to fire stronger rounds, where this straight fires energy bolts up from the hex core itself. Strike from God. The only thing that saved her was those damn magic absorbing crystal thingies. Which is kind of interesting that you have to, like, I guess, burn the magic out to make it work again. But, yeah, big-ass war, people fighting each other while Jace is getting to the where the anomaly is and taking out all the hex cores, trying to stop Victor. These guys bust in. Is that Sprite? Slay. Fighter, all these different fights are going on. It feels like a massive, just insane war going on out here. And also, I should say this too, every episode feels like a full movie. I should say that also. It feels really good. It doesn't feel like it's just like an episode that cuts off to leading to the next one. Which, I'm going to say this right now, like watching Netflix, a lot of it feels that way. I don't know what it is. I call it the Netflix effect. It's something, I'm sure someone else has called it other shit. I'm not trying to say them. Anyways, beside the point. Like, it's the effect where, like, you know there's more that's coming, and they're just kind of having this out there, but, like, eventually it's going to lead to another thing, which it feels very, like what we're watching right now, it's supposed to lead to something more, and like, it kind of wants you to keep, like, wanting, like, oh, yeah. But this one, like, it legit feels like, no, there is an ending to this story, but every episode has a perfect ending to it, where you could probably just end there, and like obviously, yeah, there will be questions later for that shit. But it also feels like this is a full movie you kind of just watched, and I don't know. Every ending, I think you still feel satisfied with it. I think I don't know. But this guy dies, which it's kind of sad. Caitlin uses the gas that she was gassing Zahn with to actually go in and fight, and they're trying to blow up Victor in there. And, oh, okay, that's what happened. Because you see the bomb is fine. It's about to explode. And then suddenly, there's a nail in it. Stopping it from igniting. Big shimmer giant goes. This girl gets knocked down. It's like, what the hell? And this is probably the funniest part of this entire show. I don't want to say entire show. It's a pretty funny ass part. Caitlin wakes up. And Bessa is standing there. Africa taking over the world, you know. Queen shit. Turns around and look. Oh my god, it's Maddie. I love the dramatic mastery, like we couldn't tell from the hair. But yeah, Maddie I guess was a double agent. I guess this entire time. This girl says how, like, you know, talks about, I kind of do like how she is kind of trying to teach her. Well, like, I still feel like that mother-daughter-esque kind of feel here a bit. Hits in the face, she gets stabbed.
Desperation is the doorway to oblivion, child. Let's get this over with.
This part right here. Oh my god, is this part not the funniest shit ever? Like, let's see. It's probably been, what, a minute or two since the reveal of Maddie being a betrayer?
I did appreciate your warmth.
I don't know, maybe it's kind of fucked up to everyone else. For me, that's hilarious, because, oh my god, did Karma smack her in the face so damn quick. It literally did not take Karma to say, like, oh, no, you're fucking, like, we got one episode, you need to die now. There ain't no, you ain't living. We're seeing your death on screen immediately. People saw you, already didn't like you. Oh, no, some people felt bad for her, and I did feel bad to her, too. But, you know, there's some people like, KV for life, all that shit. But, by God, if this was just not instant karma for, like, oh, no, yeah, you have a right to hate her, and not only that, we're gonna make sure she doesn't talk anymore after this.
I did appreciate your warmth.
Immediate just. Bing! Dead. Mel comes out, all badass like, freaking golden-eyed mage, which I'm sure someone will say, like, why didn't she come out sooner? I'm assuming she doesn't have full control of her powers yet. That's because it needs her and Kate to fight one lady without any magic. But where it seems lost, where they eventually do break open Victor's cocoon at one point, where it all seems lost, like, we're all gonna lose, and it turns out, also I just realized that's Isha's bunny ears. Jinx comes in with her full madness and with Echo and the rest of the underground. The Fireflies. Oh yeah, in the underground. Yep. And it made Sevi a new arm too. Also, I want to say this to you about the show. Again, I love the art style and all that stuff. I do also love they give Vi so many different outfits in this one. Like, what is it? The first season, like obviously she was a kid. Then you have her pretty much base outfit. I think she wears throughout the entirety of that season. And then in this season, she has her base outfit. She has her hold on. I'll call you back and do a recording. You have you have her base outfit. You have her her rebel like punk. You have her enforcer outfit actually, which even has a little reference to like her being an enforcer in the game. You have her fighter outfit, and then now you have like her like warrior rebel outfit. Like where it's pretty much like the same undershirt, but then having the armor bit, and then it's like her like the grease is a little bit more out of her hair. I think and then Kate also has like what 3 or 4 different outfits. Jinx has 2. I think Jinx only has 2 outfits, not including like I'm assuming like when she's like in the jail and stuff like that, and like missing the X and stuff like that. I assume that's still the same her base outfit still. But anyways, Victor eventually when they break then. All the fighting happens. They do bust it open. They crack that orb open and find out where's Victor. Turns out he's already there. And again, straight like magic Jesus.
Despite the circumstances, Jace, I am pleased to see you.
Like legit, look at that. What is that? That's goddamn Robo Jesus. Like, look at that. Like, he has the staff, he has the long hair, and then he has the goddamn magic halo behind his head. Come on now, that's Robo Jesus.
There must be some part of you still in there.
I am more than I ever was.
And also it is, and like, it's cool too, because that halo isn't just a halo. That's his third hand creating the different arcane runes that do magic. And then these guys kind of form a wall. And also it's actually kind of funny too, when this wall forms. They form this wall so that like Caitlyn and Mel can fight Mbassa.
If it was for us, you wouldn't have fought me. You are no Madonna. You remember that.
Just a punch in the face.
Shut up and fight.
I love Kate. Oh, it's right here. I think it's right here. These warriors are dedicated because dude dies, they don't even move. They're like, well, yeah, I guess he's dead now. Everyone kind of filling that hole. These guys have a fight, just shows how badass this woman is, and he's now in the game too. Vi is having to fight Vander, who is taken over. He has to save, she has to help fight Vander, who's also trying to go after Jinx, and like, mind you, like, I've been playing League now, and I've only played a little bit. I've only been playing as Vi, specifically because I got the skin for her Rebel one, because ain't gonna lie, how the character, like, there's a My Hero Academia Battle Royale one, which, the game isn't that great, but by God, if you had given me Dark Deku, I probably would play it a bit more, but I'm not gonna go and waste my money trying to get that. That's a cool ass scene. But Vi goes through the air, and she even uses, I believe it's her first ability that you get. At one point where, like, she rockets forward. Yeah, right there. But these guys are in a war with Vander. Jace is dealing with Victor down here and taking out he's still taking all the cores out. Which is actually really funny though, because I also love the slow reveal also of the halo being a hand.
Forgive the baser instincts that spur us to division, death.
Which also, I like that gives a reason. to come back to for this design, for this hand back thing right here. Hopefully, I'm editing this right. For this hand back thing right here, because before I'm just like, why is there just a vestigial hand back there? This makes sense. It at least adds to the lore of like, okay, so that way he's free. His other hands are free, while his other hand is behind his back, literally casting spells or readying spells. But yeah, I love seeing this guy like unhook all these cores, and then you see this real quick. All that work, and pretty much Victor also saying like, talking about the whole merging all minds to become one person again. But then the Victor later on, brings up, yeah, reactivates everything. Kate. Okay, so everyone has their own battle. Mel and Caitlin, kind of now sisters, are fighting Ambessa. Kate losing an eye to eventually... You
fought well, child.
I always like her outfit, this outfit a lot. For Kate.
A wolf has no mercy.
Pretty much this is all set up to set that up, so her to get grabbed by the rose. But then Mel saves her. I honestly would have been okay if they would have just left her in chains, being, tortured.
I see your face, deceiver. Schmeichel.
Shows how powerful Mel is. Also, she's apparently an empath. God damn, that's cool. Actually, wait, does her mother die here? I guess so. Yeah, she dies. Okay. She dies. They kill the Black Rose. She's now queen. Vi has a cut through her little number thing. I'm sure that means something. I actually do love this, showing that like the gravity's a little wonky right there. She's on the side of a building, but she's on there. Also, another thing that I like that it shows later is that Jinx took Fishbones, I think that is the name, Fishbones, and made it also into her Gatling gun. So she has the Gatling gun this side and then Fishbone on the other. I'm like, that's such a smart way to do that. Instead of her having to need two big ass weapons, just make it into one big ass weapon.
Stop this insanity, Victor.
He's trying to talk down his boyfriend.
Precisely my intention.
Of the design that like you see the face there, but then also it being in the center of his back, the hand, rather than being on his shoulder, looks so much better. Like, God.
When your mind is open, Jace.
Him using it as like a rocket. But yeah, these guys are fighting Vander. Ambessa, the whole Ambessa fight is kind of over. Victor against Jace. You see all these bots ready as Victor also starts grabbing everyone's minds, about to create the perfect union. But actually, wait, what happened? Oh yeah, through all of this, who comes to save the day? To stop this? Echo! Which I actually don't even know. Wait, what are those? Like, he didn't have those before, did he? His glowing green sword? Like, he sees it at one point, and I'm still not entirely sure where the hell it came from.
An intersection of order and chaos.
Yeah, so it looks like everything's going to go bad. You see the corruption starting to take effect. Actually, I like this part too. You see it try to get to her, and you see like she uses Shimmer to dodge it. Vander literally needs to hold her in freaking place to make this happen. Yeah, right here. Okay, so where did those come from? Are those the hands of the clock or something? I'm not entirely sure where those came from. They look like they must be part of the Hex Gate somehow. But eventually, this is all going on. This man becomes Cosmic Jesus. This guy comes in with his glowing ass swords. And again, I love this part too because it's like, oh no! And then obviously, crank that shit! I also do love too that like they do show like the limitation of this rewind ability is being only 4 seconds. Because when he gets grabbed here, he eventually tries to rewind time, but at this point he's gone over that 4-second limit to a point where like he's still stuck in their hands no matter what. Unless he, like, oversets it, he's stuck there. Eventually you need to rewind time all the way back a little bit. Beyond the limit, which did do some damage to at least those dolls. Which I think I like. Which I think Victor, he was like, "How the hell do you have an anomaly?"
That device can't be.
Actually hurts Victor, shows his true self underneath. And pretty much Jace tells him about everything that happened, about the different timeline, about how he was talking to the alternate version of Victor.
I thought I could bring an end to the world's suffering. But when every equation was solved, all that remained were fields of dreamless solitude.
Yeah.
There is no prize to perfection, only an end to pursuit. In all timelines, in all possibilities,
It's funny how Victor is the one who gives him his bracelet back, too. Even though he's the original one who actually gave it to him.
only you can show me this.
The gayest shit ever. I love it. This man realizing what he did. This guy saying all he wants back is his partner. gives him the rune. They both hold on to each other, fighting back the anomaly. Beautiful colors. And eventually they both hug it out because we need to save their kiss for, I'm guessing, one of the future projects. Because they said there's going to be a shit ton more after Arcane. There's not going to be Arcane Season 3, but I don't think this is the last time we're going to ever see Vi. This is not the last time we're going to see Jace and Victor. This isn't the last time we're going to see Jinx. Explosion happens, everyone is set free. This brutal ass shit happens. Wait, is it before this? Yeah, it's right here. Like, I don't know, did Jinx hit her head like super hard in this scene? Am I seeing something wrong here? Okay, let's go. Like, by God, she went boom right into that metal thing, like, ow. Vi also kind of took some damage to her neck. Like, God, don't turn your neck too hard. You might snap it off. But it ends where it all kind of begins with these three together. Vi's kind of having flashbacks to Vander's death. Vander wakes up. Looks like they're about to fall into the core and die. Jinx comes in because she's a badass. Gonna rip her in half, man.
Always with you, sis.
Jinx pops that out. That way the gauntlet can't work. She falls. She smiles.
If I could just lay.
There's a ventilation shaft behind her.
If there was nothing
We see that monkey head thing. Because someone pointed this out in on a Twitter post.
to fight or protect.
Shows Vander putting the girls to sleep.
Could finally be through.
We should even see Vi with her little rabbit.
Death is like falling asleep. This world is a wasteland where nothing can grow. I used to have strength, but I am lost. I know it's my fault.
Also, Vi kind of messed up her arm. But anyways, the explosion happens. The place seems to be learning from each other. Zahn and Piltover seem to make amends and seems to be having a better future. Echo's sad because his girlfriend's dead. Savika is now part of the council for Piltover. And there's a six-eyed raven pecking at like something going on there.
And though we are doomed to
Which that was the hammer because the hammer broke apart at the end.
error of our ways.
So there's something in there. There's some magic in there. And then we cut to Caitlyn talking about everything, talking about how the world won't forget all this and all this stuff. But then we see her have the head of the monkey bomb, showing that some stuff survived the blast. And then we also have her looking at the ventilation ducts in that core area of the hex gate that Jinx and Vander fell into. Again, you can barely see it, but also it's probably good because then I get copyright hits. Go watch the show. But we see the air ducts looking through over it. She has an eye patch now.
Singing.
This girl is Vi is singing a song her mother used to sing for him.
It's just a tune my mother used to hum.
You actually see the scar on her face is kind of healed up a bit more.
Are you still in this fight, Violet?
I am the dirt under your nails, Cupcake. Nothing's gonna clean me out.
These two are together forever. Love it. Actually, I need to see what the Piltover Enforcer or Duo or whatever the hell... Because there seems to be some kind of perk if you're Vi and there's like Caitlyn on your team and vice versa. I need to see what that is. And they should do one for Jinx and Vi also, honestly. In the actual game itself, I'm talking about. And then the last thing we see, which, just remind everyone, in Season 1, in that first episode, Jinx says when she sees one of those airships, I'm going to fly one of those someday. We see an airship fly overhead, off into the distance, and then it says it real quick, but it says the end, and obviously that's, you know, Jinx's psychosis going. So that's Jinx. Jinx is on that boat flying off. I wonder if Vander can survive. Because if we're going with the idea, like, this is the origin story for all the characters, they kind of have to survive. But then again, there's also the multiverse now, so I guess technically you don't have to. And also, you could technically have Jinx come back as the Jinx from the other timeline trying to find Echo. I don't know. But this entire show is so good. Like, legitimately so good. The art style is great. The music is awesome. It made me start playing League a little bit, which I'm kind of liking. Jinx is freaking awesome. And that's the thing. Like, people say, like, you know, oh, there's... Like, people are sad there's not going to be a Season 3, but they said there's other projects. Oh, wait. Another thing that they actually showed is Singe's daughter is still alive. Or now alive. It brought back as another... If I'm understanding it correctly, she's another hero in League that's like a living doll. Which makes sense.
Worth fighting for.
And like this is all set up for like the new stuff because from what I'm understanding now, the Arcane is now the quote unquote like I guess main timeline they're following. I wouldn't say it's the canon timeline because like there is necessarily no real quote unquote canon, I would say. Because, you know, the multiverse, they could follow anytime. But this is the main timeline they are following right now.
Violet.
I am the dirt under your nails, Cupcake. Nothing's gonna clean me out.
Like, this is the main timeline they're following right now. And this is going to be the quote-unquote main origin story, I guess, for the characters. Which, mind you, there's actual skins for these characters, then like there's skins from like older timelines, so you know, whatever. But I like this timeline, I like this story a lot, especially because like the Hex tech apparently was from Scorpions originally. Actually, I wonder if that's even in the sorry, in the Runeterra book. Actually, I'm not sure where the hell the contents. No, I need the table of contents. I need to figure out which one's the actual which one is the actual one with Hextech, because apparently Hextech came from Scorpions originally, but I think that has been changed greatly, obviously, which I honestly think is for the better, because I like this one way better than it being just from some Scorpions. Like, I like it better that, like, oh no, yeah, it's like some magical, you know, anomaly-ish things. I'm trying to find the Hextech page. Zon, Dangerous, things talk about Chemtech, Rebellious Genius, yeah, Chemtech Research, yeah. Okay, so yeah, here's the Hextech page of it, chapters. Hextech is the newly emergent fusion of magic and technology used to create exquisite artifacts that can be wielded by anyone, not just those few of natural aptitude for arcane. Discovery harnesses the power contained within extremely rare crystals that has potential limited only by the imagination of its creators. Hextech is capable of amazing feats, from driving engines without generating heat or internal pressure, creating beams of light that can cut through the strongest steel. The process is crafted. Hextech is closely guarded, secret, and known to artificers. Work same methodology. And you have like a bunch of different things here. But yeah. I'm probably going to do another video just talking about Arcane entirely as a general. I probably won't be like, as long as this one is, because holy shit. But, God, I love this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jinx is still alive. And I'm sure, like, this isn't the like, for everyone's sad, I'm sure this isn't the end we're going to see. I'm sure we're going to see Vi and Caitlyn again, as well as Jinx. Maybe we'll see Jinx meet up with Lux, in the future. Like, maybe that's why, like, Jinx flying off into the distance, because she's eventually going to meet Lux and all that stuff in another world. Maybe come back to Zon and Piltover later. There's, like, what is it? Mel goes off to Noxus with her stuff, so there's a lot of stories that they can do. Singe with his daughter now. There's a lot of stories that can be drawn here and pulled and done. So I'm excited to see what they're going to do with those and just see it happen, honestly. It looks like great. Like, this feels like a great stepping off point. It wouldn't be surprising if, like, there is not going to be a season 3 of Arcane, because this is the end of the Arcane story. Next we could have, I don't know, Jinx. Like, we're not probably won't specifically focus on these characters. I'm sure, like, to cut back to my screen, there's a shit ton of different heroes. Also, by God, giving Echo dreads was such a better idea than whatever the hell's up with his hair here. Actually, let's see. Does he have a... Why is his hair so straight? Is there... There we go. If I ever start playing as Echo, which I think I have him as a champion. If I ever start playing as Echo, I'm gonna have to get that skin. Because holy shit. Star Guardian. Okay, they're starting to actually give him dreads. Alright, that's way better. Because, God, no. I'm kind of liking that it seems like these other ones, they're actually trying to give him dreads now as a main thing. And yeah, that seems pretty sick. Also, it does look like he actually can make copies of himself. Yeah. In any case, I like this a lot. I like the show a lot. It's honestly giving me a shit ton of ideas for... I literally redid these characters I've been talking about for Owlwolf Town. These two princesses. I've legit, like, rewrote some things about because I like their kingdom was like so big. I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this right now, but merging that with these other characters that I've made, these other characters that I had made way before them, but also like certain things, I'm like, I'm getting so many cool ideas from Arcane that's definitely going to help inspire some bits for that hopefully will show up later as well. But anyways, I like this show. This show is great. I love this show a lot. I definitely say if you haven't watched it, go check it out. I spoiled everything already. Just rewatch it again. I want to rewatch it all over again because of just how good it was. Like, just watching the first 2 episodes again, I was like, holy shit, I forgot how good this just was. Like, why I was so obsessed with it. Like, by God, I want to rewatch it all over again. Anyways, thanks for watching. This is your kind of videos. Hopefully you enjoy this. I love this a lot. And also, like, another thing too, like, if you see when Jinx is about to blow herself up and everything like that, and, like, one thing, when it stops, she does look at, like, Echo's bomb and sees the monkey spinning around in it. I think I already brought this up. But, like, it's just small little details like that. That's really good. But, yeah. But, yeah, Jinx is probably alive. I'm going ahead, guess Jinx is alive. But thanks for watching your videos, and we will see you later. Okay, so, one more thing. I'm going to try to see if I can catch it real quick. Give me a second. So... Okay, so watch the explosion. It's gonna be kind of hard, I know, but try to stick with me here. Right there! Right there! Did you see it? Did you see it? It's like right... It's right there. I was just looking at Twitter and someone showed it. Watch it. Watch. Watch, 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 watch. There! Oh, got it. Right there! It's the frickin' Incredibles meme. Right there! I caught it! I caught it! You still can't see it! It's right there. You see her right there. Well, you don't see her, but you see her, like, aura thing. And it goes off way before any of other explosions. And it comes from the center and it goes off. So this right here... my audio is not the greatest because it's... But anyways, this right here is Jinx teleporting off. That's her teleporting off and exploding. I'm not sure if Vander's still alive, but that's her going off and explode. And that's her teleporting off, exploding, and like disappearing for that. But yeah, she's alive.